Padma Sadargye Ahum Banjarangara 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 Padma Sadargye Ahum Banzarangara 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 Padma Sadargye Bangzarangara Padma Sadargye Ahom 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 Bangzarangara Padma Sadargye Padma Sadargye Ahum Banzarangara 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 Padma Sodargye Ahum Bamsarangara 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 Padma Sodargye Ahum Banzarangara Padma Sadargye 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 Ahum Banzarangara Padma Om Sambara Sambara Bhamana Saramaha Zamba Om Sambara Sambara Bhamana Saramaha Zamba Om Sambara Sambara
Bhamana Saramaha Zamba Om Nam Daram Janandab, Rashim Shoji Jana Bjibay, Sanji Chutar Gindana Baba, so I can love Shams, the Jashi showed me Jelbus, Dundur Gonshamba, Yahwala Gita, Wadamba, and Lagom, Jachireta Bachin, and Borotarapaza, Waladana, Simson and Hamja, Lagon, Jabba, yet some and the Pasa, Wadin, Samson and Tubim, Jashi, Walipila, Deva Shabab, Yellow, Janzal, Janwala Jana, Wardana, Durjins, and of Sherries, Wan Gombo, Shambo, Walasai, Yambo, Japan, and Brazil, and Amkim, Yambo, Pagamjak, and Davza, Pala Durji, Barcarella, Shandan, Orvala, Rajan, Mai, Shamsala, Nam, Jaji, what a Jim George, Anjibus, and Wab, Yella, Shanzala, Lord, and Chinabim, Jaji, Sergin, and John Vanza, Yellow, Kamala, and Dragon, Gonzo, Walavium, and the Badiams, one Jericho, Lord, there, and Chinatam, Yerji, Shamsala, Jan, Shoti, Yellow, Chuchaji, Jeramaga, sewing over, Dembi, Walabi, Jaji, Lamo, Yella, Shamsala, Lord, Sambajim, them joint till me of Murton, and Dan, Yelboy, and Corajon, Bagati, Bodala, Wami, Mevzan, and 30, Harzi, Corlota, Jeshela, Dam, Don, Durji, Jenaba, certain agents and Sasamadins, Gala, Jashi, Bini, Jitan, Joab, Yella, Shamsala, Love, the Jagatan, the Rasha, war sumbala gatani war seva kanjane do to na khan bala samtna yibjend rashi de la pansam so barajo shana kandalami yabshalan cho rol mohajinan tamjazina so deep jelam molam lev jamba kanam zam chula babjan jenzi jaraje namo Nadaya namo bhagavate badra sara tamardana tathagataya arati samya sabadaya dayada bandra bandra ma bandra ma de bandra ma be bandra ma puta sata bandra ma puta ma dupa sata ma bandra sarva karma warana pashudana bandra suana morana day namo bhagavate badra sara tamardana tathagataya arati samya sabadaya dayada bandra bandra ma bandra ma de bandra ma be bandra ma puta ma dupa sata ma bandra sarva karma warana Judana Bandar Soana Morana Jaya Namo Bangawati Bandar Sara Tamardana Tatangayara, the Samya Sabadaya Dada, Bandra Bandrama, 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 Bay Bandrama, Buddha Bandrama, Buddha Mandopa Santamana Bandar Sarvakarma Warana, Bishudana Banzir Malis him Chanan Kanan Yang Boim Cheraja. Dalade Gonji Mazalanjum Zalalangunam Mali Chavjan Janjarab Jam Danan Kurjin in the Shasazola Dadam Rola Tidzir Nielati Zalanchalandayina Chalanchurabab Dajanaba. Tejalajum dan Shizola Babam Jam Holajan Ragirbala Shanzala Janela Satab Shoji Jitana Tisma Shakba May Sangikan Dagi Maliti Datam Jalala Lidanga Yelata Wave Shabjo Zambo Shapa Mulamadov Dagi Java Tamjana Jang on Sanda Janga Daniela Tapai Java Galnara Shanzal Darachitana Daniela Sarjana Sarji TJ Winab Jibada Tetarachujana Maliba Tamjala Java Taki Kamaram Tetalanga Mazala Jamsona Mayanchi and Laga Jamsu Dakanji Java Kanji on the Rabjala Jam they were Shaba Tamjala Daketon Metoga Damba Chava Damba Salanian Namdam Shiba Dim Chavada Marmin Chota Dipu Dambai Java de Dagalanam Chaparaj Navza Damba Namdan Jam Chavada Shima Paramara Nyambadam Kolapa Chapara Papa Chokanji Java de Dagalanam Chaparaj Chopagana Malami Jacheva, Tita Jalava, Tamchalaya, Zambo Shola, Tapo, Doctor Gay, Jarva, Kalnab, Shamsalam Choparaj, Docha Jerdan, Wangina, Litang, Division, Yachija, Diba, Daki, Jipa, Chiba, Teta, Tamchal, Daki, Sosurubs, Shoji, Jalava, can dance, Harji, Ranjiranam, Dal of Damalo, Dando, can Jenson, Namakan, Deda, can J. of the air. Kanam Shojin Jitin Durmanam Shanchivaram Barasanji Machani Gombo de Dabdaki Tamjalala Golol Maname Pak or Varakal Kanjan de Dala and Roagana Panja de Vevshara Kalava Janga Daniel Parayam Daki Tamor of Jeras or Varaj Shamsalavatam Churcham Shabata Jisayera Kalajan Survai Giva Johnson of Daki Chasaba Tamjal of Daki Shanchim Sharango Shawabja, Ripa Sanji Chum Dandi Tamjalata, Sabjalani Pushanjib Zenwa Zenwa Chimbonam, Lama Durjin Zamba Chimbonam, Dagla Gonsa Zola Shanchib, Nyamburachi Vara Sanji Namla Jabsam, Shudam Shanchib Zenwa, Sola, Divjana Jabsam, Shanchib Nyamburachi Vara Sanji Namla Jabsam, Shudam Shanchib Zenwa, Sola, Divjana Jabsam. Shanchimanyang Burachi, Vara Sanji Namla Jabsam, Chudam Shanchib Senwai, Sola, Division Jabsam, Jatar, Manje, Devshaji, Shanchivitina Jalbata, Shanchib Senwi Lapala, Detarim Jani Patar, Division Dola Pandan, Shanchib Simna Jerjan, Division Tanam Lapala, Rambajan the Laparavi, Jatar Manje, Devshaji, Shanchivitina Jalbata. tam shang chi sen hui la pa la de da ram jan de pa tar de jan do la pan dun de shang chi sim na je le je shang de jan da na la pa la ram ba jan da la pa ra cha ta ran wan ji de sha ji shang chi de na je le pa tam shang chi sen hui la pa la de da ram jan de pa tar de jan do la pan dun de shang chi sim na je le je shang de jan da na la pa la ram ba jan da la pa ra dam di dak chin di va yu ra ma ye char ba le bar tha va te rang san ji re sa ji san ji ri sa da ji ra da na da ki chen ne ja ri tan tham ba le zam de je mar zam ba rin da la nyo bar man ji ra de tarap sha lao ye sha tra bom bo le cha tra rin chen ne ba da ra de jan cha ji da de ne shang ji sim na da la ji da ge de rang chu ba tham cha je shang ran do wa de shang ne da na war da de la ron de u zan ji la dang la men la so ga wa ji shang ji sim cho ran bo chi ma ji ba na ma ji ji ra ji ba nian ba me ba ra yang gong ni gong de pe ba ra shu shang ji sim da man de la zhang zhang ba dang san ji nam ji yong zong shang de ji ne na ma ba wa ra shu shang ji sim hua nam ji na du tu nan thi la gong de ba shu gong bo yin na ga gong ba sim chen nam la de ji ra shu sim chen nam tam chen de da dan ji ra ji ngan du tam chen da da dong wa ra ko shang ji sim hua gang da sa ji ba de da gan ji mo la man de ba ra shu ma ho zhe de chen ba ra wa wang ge po zhang de de dong su su de ba ye xi ge ma zhe de de ba mi rang zhen li du ji nian ma na wa chen bu hua chur ke na wam tai du ji chuan ji de na wam xi ji ji cha ze ge pa la ma je le bong kon de nga wam je ren na zhe le zan na wan chen he re ge sang wan ye xin ba de wa ra he dem zhong du bu je bu de chen de re ma li je ge ye lam zhou de shi le man chong de na zhe je wam xi de dong ge wam zhen du ji hua wan de ge so na dong nian ba chen bu nga ne le de du ji ge ge ji che se me yo ge me de song ge je ji kan se me ge wo zhe ma de bong kon de yong lai che ba zhe ji dong zhe de yo zhang de ba re shi du ji che ba chen bu ti ji na na ni mo zhen de ge zhou zhe de du ji che che zhe ba chen bu ye na zhe de wa chen bu de shi de ba tai jim zhe de zhe ba ro ge jan na de ji gong wa shi wa jim ji ram jim za zhe mo huang ge la zo la ge bi su wan de su xin ji lo chong de ngo zhen de ge huan ta de dong me le huang de shi bi ngo zhe su lo ma hong shi de chen ba ra wa huang ge po zhang de dong su su de do ba ye shi ge ma zhe de de na ba mi rang zhen li du ji nian ma na wa chen bu huan chur ke na wan tai du ji chu ji de na wang shi de ji ji cha ze pa la ma de bu kon de nga wang je ren na zhe de zhen na wan chen he re ge sang wan ye xin ban de wa ra he dem chong du bu je bu de chen de re ma le je ge ye lam chou ri chi le ma chong de na zhe je wang shi de dong ge wang zhe de du ji hua wang de ge so na dong nian ba chen bu nga ne de du ji ge gar ji che se me yo ge me de song ge je jing kam se me ge wo zhe ma bu kon de yong lai che ba zhe ji dong zhe yo zhang de ba re she le du ji zhe ba chen bu di ji na nam ni ngo zhen de ge chong zu du zhe du ji zhe zhe ba chen bu ye na zhe de wa chen bu dum shi ba hai jim zhe zhe ba ro ge zhen nan de le ge gong wa xie wa zhen ji ge ba ram jim za se me huang ge la zo la ge bi su lo wan de zu xin ji lo chong de ngo zhen de ge huan ta de tu me le wang de shi bu ngo zhe ge zo lo ma hong she de chen ba ra wa wang ge po zhang de ki ge ma zhe de de na ba mi rang zhen ni du ji nian ma na wa chen bu hua chur ke na wam tai du ji chu ji de na wang shi de ji ji cha ze ba la ma ji bu kon de nga wang de na zhe de zhen na wan chen he re ge sang wan ye xin ba de wa ra he dem chong du bu je bu de chen de re ma li ji ge ye lam chou ri shi le ma chong de na zhe je wang shi de dong ge wang zhen du ji hua wang de ge so na dong nian ba chen bu nga ne de du ji ge gar ji che se me yo ge me de song ge je jing kam se me ge wo de zhe ma bu kon ni yong lai che ba zhe ji dong zhe de yo zhang de ba re she le du ji che ba chen bu ti ji na nam ni ngo zhen de ge chong zhe zhang du ji che zhe ba chen bu ye na zhe de wa chen bu de shi le ba tai jim zhe de zha ba ro ge zhen nan de ji gong wa xie wa jim ji ba de su xin ji lo chong de ngo zhen de ge hua ta de tu me le wang de xie bu ngo zhe su la or jian nan ye ji na xiang chen ban ma ke se de dong bo la yan chen nem chou ge ngue zhi wen ni ba la man zhong ni ji se ko dan kuan zhu mang bo ko re ji 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 se de zhe be ji xin ji lo shi re xiang se se ge re ban ma se de de hoi 这本个人参加了当，这不认真前不接了，上次你为不接了当，这情关接了了走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了说了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，这本个人参加当，这不认真前不接，上次你为不接了当，这情关接了了走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，这本个人参加当，这不认真前不接，上次你为不接当，这情关接了了走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，这本个人参加了当，这不认真前不接了，上次你为不接了当，这情关接了了走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，这本个人参加当，这不认真前不接了，上次你为不接了，这情关接了走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，这本个人参加当，这不认真前不接了，上次你为不接了当，这情关接了走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，这本个人参加当，这不认真前不接了，上次你为不接当，这情关接了走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，这本个人参加当，这不认真前不接，上次你为不接当，走了，所罗安的自信进了，是那上位玩起了300人这白当，说当他们我知道了，接了都讲所罗安的本体，到所讲的你不是不是，那当文碰他不是这把当，去当这些平稳咋的说了，见面的东半夜打点钟个，那晚个没了总结见面死了，让的那南个人就真见做会人真的上这半夜打我当，东把从没来看家上给那，谁见到只能咱当会是了，但能去过什么了都结结中心，是个意思能是个家乐江上，是个有那年是个得谁弄死了那么谁接着得是这换把了哇一起我了是这边快样去吧，因为这接了你不能这这说，碰错见错过去用过上，真把咱今这心他你的，南住的台湾吃个换数了吧，就可能你不等你的钱不了啥了，年纪钱不足的那你没上，从你莫了们钱不俺家的吧，把个的当我咱都是么多，东北地基真来上次来了，当时那个什么跟错龙是了几，跟上这不真的没年把了，多么了你啥的多么里吧，年年就把这个不说说的是个把个当说说的我给完了，第什么时候来第次也让我咱家家进去进口路子了，说这个们吃不口的说了，就那南看大卫一个，第什么碰见了没不是么见，但是那我的见几次都能讲，这不是个大单那我们做了大个第什么时候不跟做见，快7分钟啊跟老板来了的，去姐姐不大不然你是了讲，去姐姐我光旁都不是说，到这你民主啊我们来那么提起了不是从我过着那里，让当地的人成了那么什么的，那我今年的去进城里年，别是了讲说从没了去不是一起的别娘的送的问啊，问起他们这钱不买你了玩，上车玩的提起金子能做的。3把的，让你不见见不可来也谢谢，我是人那做不能。全部的当心只能他们这了的，这把他们这了死了让他个把全部拦截用的此人的记得，是么都不是弄不上啦嘛，都把这。的对什么是个白的准备样的白的做不上的花的结了哇是个家的白了，是很惨了就都是接生吃我啦嘛，都把准备的对什么是个白的准备样的白的做不上的花的结了哇是个家的白了，是很惨了就都是接生吃我啦嘛，都把准备的对什么是个白的准备样的白的做不上的花的结了哇是个家的白了，是很惨了就都是接生吃我啦嘛。把准备的对什么是个白的准备样的白的做不上的花的结了是个家的白，是很惨了就都是接生吃我啦嘛，都把准备的对什么是个白的准备样的白的做不上的花的结了哇是个家的白，是很惨了就都是接生吃我啦嘛，都把准备的对什么白的准备样的白的做不上的花的结了是个家的白，是很惨了就都是接生吃我啦嘛。 ba chum dan di tip sin shig ba da chum ba yang da par zo ba sar je war je shig je da ba la shig salam chudur jab sa da da mani mani ma mani zo 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 ha mani mani ma mani zo 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 ha mani mani ma mani zo ha devar chirpa chirka chanda da kurta ke se ta jang kam dan je je sam so zang bu chanda ba tenda konar da so jar var sho na mi sarvata tanga da ba yo bu khum khang be sarvata khang ga sapara nai manganga na khang so hai je do tan gandva dalam do che risum ba mi jendalam Angel, Nora Vadanda, Quadra Punya, Solom, Choto, Sanda, Landavan, Jen, Dotan and Gandavan, Tawa, Cherism, Bami, Gentle, Sanction Angel, Nora Vadanda, Quadra Punya, Solom, Choto, Sanda, Landavan, Jen, Dotan and Gandavan, Tawa, Cherism, Bami, Gentle, Sanction Angel, Nora Vadanda, Quadra Punya, Solom, Choto, Sanda, Landavan, Ganda Zamo, Yeshi, Trubizal, Yanti Jamo, Ekan, Jam, Yeshi, Ledan. Mamo Solom Choto Joy Lenzo Hong and the Samo Yeshi to be Sala Yanji Jamo Ekazam Yeshi Ledan Mamo Solom Joy Lenzo Hong and the Samo Yeshi to be Sala Yanji Jamo Ekazam Yeshi Ledan Mamo Solom Chotom Joy Lenzo Leja John Chamji Chembura La Japan Jir Domam Chajada Zatan Jakara Padi Jir Solom Choto Joy Lenzo Shong Jamji Chembura La Japan Jir Domam Chajada Zatan Jakara Padi Jir Solom Choto Joy Lenzo Shong Jamji Chembura La Japan Jir Domam Chajada Zatan Jakara Padi Jir Solom Choto Joy Lenzo Damjir Cheva Jambu Dile Sala Jedem Lama Bonizo, Kachalasam Jadi, Sotamji, Solom Choto Joy Lenzo, Hon Damjan Jiva Chambutili Sala Jidi, Manzanga Bonizo, Kachalasam Jadi, Sotamji, Solom Choto Joy Lenzo, Hon Damjan Jiva Chambutili Sala Jidi, Manzanga Bonizo, Kachalasam Jadi, Sotamji, Solom Choto Joy Lenzo, Bama Wanga Quanian Tawachin, Chips and Dopa Japoya Leguer, Sama Boka Jim, Solom Choto Joy Lenzo, Shapa Maranga Quanian Tawachin, Chips and Dopa Japoya Leguer, Sama Boka Jim, Solom Choto Joy Lenzo, Shapa Maranga Quanian Tawachin, Chips and Dopa Japoya Leguer, Sama Boka Jim, Solom Choto Lenzo. Gajayala Jamba Samji Jan Dob Mudu Deravanzabai Yoyevjan Norva Jenamaji Daga Samto Mali Nyendravanzolai Korni Chukan Kadare Bangara Damanga Yeshi Olingelo Wawa Hardana Jamba Durji Lanamba Jabji Yelabjin Norvaniel Karasalam Zimzan Panja Tai Chin Chumchalab Shaji Raja Lewamanama Javni Kilatron Olazara Milam Cho Rana Dagapajend La Mirasa ni chinara wo serni jangam sam jam hualai thiên diệp shan lab yeb la men ji me le ban thôi jab la sol wa never gone jeler to ba over shen love ni chinara wo serni jangam sam jam hualai thiên diệp shan lab yel la men ji me le ban thôi jab la sol wa dever gon jeler to ban bover shen olngi thelar cher rang shwo ni ji nya wi tham jelkan yeshi sindi blama da kalawam nyam bub shan lab thob parasam jiva ganda yang da la ma dan demele juje wala long shi le jiang sa da lam je yun de na rab zo ni durjin chang ge gom pa nye re tho bo shio jum dan di gom bom chang wala yang lab shi gam za la lo gang ge lo zhu zhen yip zhen zhen ye tar nam da rab sa la bi chen ye le dong ge na zhe zhen zi shi re ni je de ge re le wa men zhen gang da ge zhe bo zong re re ma re men tan de ge la je sa ra ba do zo ge gan la ba jing tar zi ya la ji ji yang da na song ji tar che zhong ni mo ni long li ji zhou zhou zhum za la jia ma re men za la ding la ni ge chen ye le chen za la ra zhe na me do ni da Dar jim dar se yun dan lip zo je jin de work je chagap je tam je ni jem ji da lo man sanam jang ya la dan umara bazana do 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 sedan jeljem jaraba wazraji daglo tamir man barab salani qadan tamju jean Tobayam lojur pompa nawab jelata solo
지금 벌써던 의미죠. 오늘 모든 준비를 했다. 방금도 뭐 잠도 좀 나도 동바되지 장라기 시험서 为了度化天下无边的一切众生，请大家发无上殊胜的菩提心。下面我们讲大乘，不是大乘，叫什么？
Now let's start the Vimalakirti Sutra.
Taba Chimbo Kurnum Dipan Dotogna, Kyoki Jarta Rapta Tapi Yikirta Tamchit Jijang Jara Rangam Danao Nim Tong Dana Jara Mandri Sanjim Chanlok So Jondan Ji Song Shigrap To Shonwa Yang Kurnam ki no son la tat number rig droa ta rang ton gen nam rig pa ten jari man ri sang jim chan lok so son si rap ta jopam za pa ti na ka chi wak chog gu jang ka chi tok bar shi som nyen sarwan jem be rap ta jim za te ten jari man ri sang jim chan lok so top chen jem be sar nga kyol lab shom sar lo jigba mam nga jigtr kyol lab shom sar lo man ri pa yi churnam nge ber tok ba Raptokba, Droa Tamchan Jemba Cholab Shomsarlo, Kundu Jori, Jambek Cholab Shomsar Lo, Parol Chaner Kamla Jilab Shomsar Lo, Tupin Droa, Droa Cholab Shomsar Lo, Kurun Droa Magne Palab Shomsar Lo, Semchin Namdang, Droa Jigishan, Kundrok Yang, Droa Tamchan Lenar, Number Jorga Tig, 밥마당의 칠기치 용먹고 토비 밥메 똥바 니기 니버고 참마 탐저나바 근더 랍더서를 교는 지라가 몸버름 잡아 용mom가 상제덕감 특진 삼기 매치때 남가다버 먹니 발라 덕점서를 데니 존든데라 르짬버 존노 꼼충 종내기 즉습잡아 대덕감 몸버tov도네 존든데라 안더크지 소르도 존든데 르짬버 존너를 가게보던 덕 탐치경 라나미 바양도 조버 샹첩다 양도버 지데 더덕경 샹첩선화 남기 상지지장 용서 덕바 강라지 상지지장 용서 덕바 제나 존든데 대정 서베 샹첩선화 대덕라 상지지장 용서 덕버 러버 샤토 소르 데크지 소르 땅 존든데기 르짬버 존노 꼼종종네 라 럭소 집샤 젠네 럭소 존노 교도 상지지장 용서 덕을 짬데 대정 서바 던저와 럭소 디셔도 존네 키 럭브르뇽라 일라 존시 당 샹즈선화 남 상지지장 용서 덕발레 짬데 니 쿄랍샤도 존든데 럭소 소르네 존 르짬버 존노 꼼종종네 당 르짬버 존너 ngage보 데더 탐치 좀든디지 따른 냠바당 좀든디지 데더라 ndrkji kwapsato rigjiwe semjinji jang shangju sanhui sanji jang o jibshir jena shangju sanhua zhi zamde sangje nam gibr shepa de zamde sanji jang yong sun zendo semchen na chirtir ndarwar kirwa de tawi sanji jang yong sun zendo sanji jang la jigba chirtawa semchen nam sanji ishi lan jigbar kirwa de tawi sanji jang yong sun zendo sanji jang lan jigba chirtawa semchen nam phagba tawi 왕보 기어는 결과 대다위 상지지장 용선 전도 대지실진나 리기브 상주 선화 남지 상지지장나 샘진지 돈도 숑화 돈도 돈을 숑 쉬로 꿈충 존에 ndarte 회나 남카 찌르다버 샤런도 바 대진도 쉿 모티 남카라는 셔 머롱장 겐더고 머롱와 대진도 꿈충 존에 주탐체 남카담 sombre 시네 샹추 선화 샘용 샘진 용서 멤버 샤비 셔도 상지지 장 찌르다버 샤런도 바데 타버 상지지 장 쉿 모티 상지지 장은 남카 셔 머롱와 머롱장 겐더고 머롱오又开始了
Once again.
笑什么
What are you laughing about?
有笑的吗
What's so funny?
喝茶了又笑一笑
One sip of tea.
Yeah. 该笑的时候不笑，不该笑的时候笑。
You laugh at the times that I don't tell a joke, and when I tell a joke, you don't really laugh.
没有必要特别伤心。
But laughing is good after all. Although life is suffering, but you don't have to suffer all the time.
继续讲这个文目接近啊。
So we'll continue with the teachings of the Vimalakirti Sutra.
这个佛陀的赞颂。
And we'll continue with the praises to the Buddha. I think all of you in the audience are quite lucky, so fortunate, have so much merit. And I myself feel very happy, and it's that happiness comes from deep of my heart. Right now, I'm not ill, not controlled by the Mara of illness. In Buddhism, there are 8 kinds of freedom. Sometimes it could be divided into 16 types of freedom. Sometimes there are different reasons people can't really listen to the Dharma. Sometimes it is because the mind is not strong enough to listen to the Dharma, and sometimes it's because of the external conditions are not adequate for you to listen to the Dharma. But at least all of you who are attending this class right now, you have all the conditions to have the freedom to listen to the Dharma. We should learn to create the favorable conditions to listen to the Dharma. In terms of the conditions of yourself, the conditions of the external phenomena, in fact, it is quite rare to be able to listen to the Dharma. People who are here, people who are in the Buddhist Association, Buddhist Study Association, BSA, people who are listening to the Dharma, attending these classes, I think you should really rejoice yourself for being able to attend this class. Sometimes I see that there are people who, inside our academy, in the management perspective, they're quite rigid sometimes. But I think in terms of giving freedom to people to attend the classes, I think you should be a little bit more or less rigid, as long as there's no big conflicts. I think the management team should give more freedoms or create more favorable conditions for people who want to attend Dharma classes. So that's the first thing I would like to address. Second thing is that during the course of study, I was also conversing with some of the Dharma teachers inside the academy. I told them, do not give the students or disciples too much pressure. The pressure should be adequate, but not overly pressured to all the students, because too much pressure could create unfavorable conditions for people who want to listen to the Dharma. A few days ago, I was really concerned for some of the volunteers' meals, because they don't really have a place to have their meals. There's not enough space in the cafeteria. But now it's all resolved, and I would like to make that announcement to the rest of the world. Similarly, it also applies, creating favorable conditions also applies to accommodation in the academy. I think I'm actually not that strict, or the academy is really not that strict, that's not letting people to stay for even one day. That's not really that's not really the case. But it seems that everyone's being more accommodating to people without a place to stay. Whenever people offer some places I usually give that out to people who don't really have a place to stay. Even if I can solve the problem for people to stay for one day, I usually try my best. When I think back, during my time, the beginning of my time staying in Laronggar, I actually encountered lots of problems and difficulties, such as no place to stay, no food to eat, and so on. So reflecting back on that, I really appreciate what other people are doing for everyone, what everyone's doing for each other. So we should keep that spirit. Okay, we'll continue with the sutra. Immovable before abuse and praise, like Mount Sumeru. You are equally compassionate to those who are good or not. Your mental process are universally alike, the same, like space. We could hear the drool among humans without becoming devoted to you. This is last time we talked about all the merits of Buddha, and today we actually move to the praises to the Buddha who is unmoved by the 8 worldly concerns or the wind of worldly concerns. Buddha is immovable before abuse or praise, just like the mountain king, the Sumeru. But nowadays, people are not like that. At the beginning, I was a little upset when people criticized me online, but nowadays I don't feel that way anymore. In fact, whenever I hear some kind of different opinions or even criticism on me or to me, not only I don't have aggression anymore, I actually felt happy. Because I think this is quite character building. In terms of Buddha, he is much more has much more equanimity on that. When people abuse or slander Buddha with language, the Buddha did not move in terms of his mind, in terms of his emotions. And in terms of praises, the Buddha is unmoved by those either. In the Dhammapada Sutra, where it is stated that as a mountain of rock is unshaken by wind, the same as the wise one who are unperturbed by blame or praise. There are people who are kind, and there are people who are quite vicious. But the Buddha actually helped them and benefit them equally. The Buddha's mind in concentration or during any of the daily activities, the mind of the Buddha is just like space because it's residing in that sense of equanimity. Buddha is such like this, unmovable, treating the good or not so good ones equally. For this kind of great sage and noble one who hears the name and benefit of such a noble one, how can they not be devoted to him, to the Buddha? Again, in the Dhammapada Sutra, it says that it doesn't matter how the wind blows to the rock, to the mountain, it is not going to be shaken by the wind. But the wise one, is just like the rock or the king of mountain. He is unperturbed by the blame or by praise. In the sutra, this is how it is stated in the Dhammapada Sutra, which is quite similar to what it says over here, isn't it? In different sutras, they have different ways of expressing such the same meaning. In Buddha Charita Sutra, where it says that Devadatta, he angrily hurls a rock at the Buddha, while the son of Buddha, Rahura, he attends in front of the Buddha and praises the Buddha. But the Buddha sees both of them with the eye of compassion and mercy. Just like how the Buddha treats poison and sandalwood equally. So, there are some people who are unmoved by people who praise him or abuse him, slander him, blame him, and people who offer to him or people who take things away from him. There are people who don't really feel anything. But that is different than how the Buddha's realization or state of realization is. In fact, the other type is more towards what it is stated by Mipa Rinpoche in the Code of Mundane and Transmundane, where it says this kind of person this kind of person is rather a shameless one. This time when we teach the Vimalakirti Sutra, I actually like to compare some of the different translation versions, different Chinese translations as well as the ones compared to Tibetan version, because this is such a great opportunity to present all this different knowledge and so that you can later on reference back and forth. Many people like to study really famous sutras, and Vimalakirti Sutra is one of them. During studying and research on this sutra, I think we can take such an opportunity to compare the different versions, to research or study. So we don't really have to rush to finish it. We're not trying to finish it so that we finish on time or to finish it for the case of for the sake of finishing it. Therefore, I'm going to elaborate more on the sutra. I know many people have different kind of versions. In Chinese, there are 3 more versions. I am using the Tibetan version of translation, and of course you have the English translation version. So you can take references from different versions so that you can get more information. I see many people are quite diligent and careful. As long as there's exams, you study really attentively, don't you? I'm not saying I didn't require everyone to attend class in the shrine hall. But I think all of our classes here, our advanced classes, who have to repeat the class again, I think those of you definitely studied beforehand to have a little bit of a preview of what we're going to study today. So that's really good. What I don't like is people who just close up the books and throw it out of the window right after class. After any kind of Dharma teachings, you should go through the books, go through the reference books. Because if you only listen to the class once, it doesn't matter how smart you are, you'll forget it. If you really want to study it, you should take the time out to read it beforehand, before the class, and then after the class again, so that you can understand what the sutra talks about. Now, the next one, it talks about or praise the Buddha's miraculous power. Ranakara, or jewel accumulation, said that we offered the Buddha, the world-renowned one, honored one, this small canopy. But within this small canopy that we offered, the Buddha showed us something really grand, which shows that this is planting a small seed for the causation and receive a large fruition, where the small offering or small cause is the canopy, but what Ranakara received is something transmundane, something much grander, where they can see the Trimegachiliocosms within that large canopy that Buddha formed, including Devas, Rakshas, Gandharvas, and all of those human beings and bodhisattvas and non-human beings, and different Buddhas in 10 directions, in the Buddha lands of 10 directions. As all of these people see this transpired in this world, the Buddha used his 10 powers compassionately manifest this transformation. This is quite inconceivable, isn't it, to see that large transformation. And this inconceivable transformation is due to the miraculous power of Buddha. 500 youth and Ranakara offered 500 canopies, and the Trimegachiliocosm appeared underneath that large canopy that Buddha transformed. This is due to that miraculous transformation done by the Buddha through his inconceivable power, unsurpassable power. This is hard for us to imagine, isn't it? But if we reflect back on something that we think is inconceivable, is unbelievable sometimes, then you can reflect back on the technological development that we have nowadays. 10 years ago, a decade ago or so, you probably have never really imagined a technology as video calls, don't you? That you can see someone while conversing with them. We can think about how long it takes to mail a letter and receive a letter years ago. So back at that time, this is really difficult to imagine. There is such technology as video call, isn't it?
一会儿呢，就是说是我们这个世界啊，就是说这个就是超数的这种运行轨。
And there are other technologies that's quite inconceivable, such as this supersonic airplane. I think a year or 2 years ago, there's news in the Chinese media where it says that the supersonic airplane from China to Canada could take only about an hour or 2 hours. Can you imagine that? And there's the undersea tunnel trains. Can you imagine that a few decades ago? Other than the inventors who actually invented and built all this technology, people like us, we can't really envision that, isn't it? Therefore, we can apply similar type of theory or imagination to what the Buddha's numinous power is.
也有一些可能是就反过来说，就是对这个恶方面的，就是有一些不管是这个杀生也好，就是杀我们这个人类也好，然后这个杀这个动物也好，就是很多这个科技啊，就是然后现在呢就是在这个世界上就也很容易的有很多的这种危险啊，就是大家都是感觉上呢就是就如果这个一个人的这个动机不妙的话呢，就是他可能打一个电话就是或者是就一个非常几秒钟、几分钟的一个操作的话，那就是可能对整个人来
could be manipulated by people who are truly evil, who could manipulate the technological advancement for their own benefits. Therefore, we can see how great the Buddha is. He has the great 10 powers that's much better than the technological advancement that we have nowadays. But because of his compassion, he actually could bring compassion and peace into this world, rather than people who don't have good intention brings insecurity, brings suffering into this world. Not only countries, not only family, but also to each and every individual.
那么这是我们就是讲到什么呢？就是讲到是
就刚才
幻化的这个变现，就是那么这些呢，就刚才啊，就我们可能
inconceivable transformation.
刚才的这个佛陀的这些事例，就是说变化出来的，就是
10 powers of the Buddha,
整个这个大千世界的
he uses 10 powers and compassionately manifests these transformations, and all the assembly, including all the bodhisattvas and the bhikshus and yakshas and devas, everyone observed this quite rare and miraculous event, and all exclaimed in praise to the Buddha.
所以呢，就这个宝积菩萨就是说是我呢，就是这个七术三界尊呢，
That is why Ranakara said that this is why we bow our heads and pay reverence, holding our hands in Anjali to the world honored one, to the Buddha.
这个译本当中的话好像没有，就是这以上的寄送有，就是它有些版本的话呢
In Zhiqian's translation version in Chinese, the verses stop here.
就是这个其他的唐译和我们这个
But the Xuanzang's version, as well as Kumarajiva's version and Tibetan version, actually have the following verses.
它是这个大圣者啊，就是大圣大圣，
So now the next verse is the great sage. It's not the great sage in Journey to the West.
大圣者这个大法王啊，就是你是
The great Dharma
所有
King.
这个众生的这个皈依处
You're the refuge
主要前面讲那个佛陀
all the
的身
assemblies,
相的那
all
个
the
庄
sentient
严。
beings.
那么谁用清净的心来就是观这个佛陀的话，
Whomsoever
那就是密不现，就是没有一个
look at you
不欢喜的啊，就是
with
不管
a
当
with
场也
a
好，就是
pure
或者说是
mind.
那么这个现在的话呢，就是庄严的佛像，如果我们以
Then
清净的心来
this
观的话，那就是那么都就是升起非
form
常
of the
大的
Buddha
这
could
种欢
appear.
喜心。而且呢，就是这些众生
And
各自的时候
whomsoever
见到就是这
perceive
个
this
佛陀呢，就是
pure
在自己的
body
这个
of
面前呢，
yours,
就是佛陀呢，就自己
they'll
面前
be
这
in
是什么原因
extreme
呢？这就是
joy
佛
in
陀
their
的这个
mind.
生理的这种不共法，就是我们菩萨
So
和
this is quite
这个
and the
声闻缘觉的话，没有
exclusive
这样的这
attributes
个
of
能
the
力，就是
Buddha.
每一个众生如果去观想
In fact, the Sravakayana and Pratika Buddhas, they don't have such attributes. That's why this attribute of Buddha is quite exclusive.
其实这个佛陀就是虽然我们在这个人世间当中就是实现愿景，可是这个佛陀的这种加持和佛陀的
Buddha appeared to be passed into parinirvana. However, the manifestation of Buddha is still in this world.
就我们那个三摩地王经当中就是
such as it is stated in the Samadhi Raja Sutra, it says the descendant of Manu who remembers the moon of the sage, while walking, sitting, standing, or lying down, you will always have the teacher's presence before you. And whomsoever have such a thought of the Buddha will always have vast happiness. It is also stated in our chanting in the sadhana of Shakyamuni Buddha, that's at the beginning of our chanting, the before class chanting. Whomsoever praise and supplicate the Buddha, Buddha himself will appear right in front of the person who supplicated. That is why I added that sadhana into the pre-class chanting. As Buddhists, we should always remember the Buddha. There's this poem where it says that thousands of rivers have the reflections of thousand moons. Doesn't matter how big or small that river is. The moon will nonetheless reflect inside those water. Similarly, doesn't matter how many bowls and vases, as long as it has water in it, the moon will reflect in it. The second verse of that poem, it says that millions of miles of sky are completely spacious without the clouds covering it. The second stanza states that the Buddha nature is like the vast sky. As long as there is no clouds that's covering it, you can see the millions of miles of the sky that is really spacious, which is just like our Buddha nature. Well, what it means is that Buddha will appear in front of everyone in different forms. Do we have a really good Buddha statue here? Maybe a smaller one? I thought to show you a Buddha statue. Don't pick a big one because I won't be able to lift it up. So Buddha statue, the rupa of the Buddha. It's okay. It's difficult to find the Buddha statue. This is too small. Okay, this is good. You should often place a Buddha statue you should often pay reverence to Buddha statues and Buddhas. Whenever, even if you travel around, you can take a small statue with you. Nowadays, it's easy to find a Buddha statue, isn't it? When I was young, it's very difficult to find a Buddha statue. During that time, we had to substitute the Buddha statue with rocks. Pamasambhava said that I have never gone or I have never came. So whomsoever supplicate me and whomsoever praise me, I will appear in front of them. It is exactly the same. When you praise and supplicate the Buddha with lots of devotion or your root guru, then you definitely feel and experience that blessing. When you supplicate with lots of devotion to Pamasambhava, you also feel that kind of blessings. On one hand, this is very much relevant to the faith and devotion that you have. On the second, it is very much relevant to the great sages' aspiration. And the third reason why it works is that it is due to that auspicious conditions that met together that could give rise to the blessings. For people who are just purely scholars, they only study in terms of words and literary meanings, but you don't really get the depth of meaning. So you have to have faith and devotion. Now the next verse, the Greeks, the Buddha explains the Dharma with one sound, and people from different crowds, they understand that one sound differently. In fact, this is also part of the Buddha's numinous power. Such as whenever we have a large international conference, we have Tibetan, Mongolian, Yugin, they have English, French, Japanese, Korean, and many different interpreters who could interpret the language of the speaker into different languages. But the Buddha, he teaches in Sanskrit, and people from different countries such as India, Nepal, China, Korea, Mongolia, all of these people from different places speak different languages. They understand the Buddha's language in their own language. Why is that? It is because all of this different knowledge and different languages are already there in our Buddha nature, in the Tathagata. But the difference is the Buddha has already realized the truth of emptiness and phenomena, but we have not. Therefore, Buddha has that numinous ability to speak only one sound, but people could understand it with their own languages. The next verse, the Buddha preaches the Dharma with one sound, and the sentient beings each understand accordingly to themselves, and everyone accept and practice it and receive its benefit through the exclusive attributes of the Buddha's numinous power. Why is that? Why are the sentient beings understand the Dharma differently. It is because they have different capacities, they have different understandings. For example, people who really like to listen to the discipline aspect of teaching, for them they listen or they hear the teachings on discipline. For people who like to hear the teachings on patience, and they will hear certain teachings that accord to their own capacity. For example, the Buddha statue that I just showed you, the devas and human beings perceive it very differently. There are people who could receive the benefit through voice. There are people who could receive the benefit through just the sight of it or the shape of it. So people receive benefits accordingly. Then the next one, the Buddha preaches the Dharma with one sound, but some are afraid and some joyous. Why afraid? Because whenever we talk about samsara, the suffering of samsara, there are people who don't really get it. But when Buddha teaches it, people who don't quite understand that, they will feel afraid of the suffering of samsara. In fact, it's quite important to feel afraid in the suffering of samsara. Otherwise, how could you give rise to renunciation? You have to have certain kind of feelings and do not be like a rock. And some joyous. There are people who are, whenever people listen to the teachings on liberation, they will feel really joyous. That's quite important too. Some generate revulsion to the world of suffering and give rise to renunciation. Or some who have lots of doubt, they will eliminate their doubts. Eliminates all of their doubts on the correct Dharma. Bodhisattvas and Arhats, when they teach, people in the audience could also have similar kind of reactions, but this is still very different than the audience who listen to the Dharma's preaching of Dharma. I think I've told this story. When Khenpo Rinpoche was teaching, whenever he teaches the Buddha story, people will have naturally the sense of faith that would arise. And back in 1985, when Khenpo Rinpoche was teaching on the precepts, we were quite afraid to make any little mistakes. So whenever Khenpo Rinpoche was teaching on renunciation, on bodhicitta, so as disciples we have similar feelings right away. Therefore, I call for all of the Dharma teachers to have a sense of enthusiasm in terms of teaching the Dharma, and to develop a sense of eloquence in terms of teaching Dharma, so that the students will have the feelings accordingly. Sometimes when I teach Dharma classes such as Ornament of Mahayana Sutra, which is quite difficult, it's quite a difficult Shastra, and I guess it's kind of boring. I would reflect about myself and how I taught. Sometimes people would show their boredom through look at their watch, but it's not too severely. Although I can see all the people who listen to the class online, maybe they listen with great interest in that. I don't know. But still, compared to the Buddha's teaching of the Dharma, this is really different. The emphasis over here is that the Buddha, when the Buddha is teaching, people will have the feelings that's very much relevant to the teaching. In the Tibetan version, there's another verse over here. It's a slightly different than the other versions. Compared to Xuanzang's version, and of course, Zhitian's translation doesn't really have this part of the verses, so it's slightly different. As students, we should not differentiate which version is good and which version is a terrible version. We should have respect to people who translated this for us, isn't it? We shouldn't be picking and criticizing unless there are some very obvious mistakes. We should not make changes based on our conceptual mind, including the punctuations. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Maybe not.
下面就是讲到就是其数事理，就是下面就是事理啊，就四无为，就是18不共法。
So now it continue to the exclusive attributes of the Buddha's numinous power, such as the 10 powers, the power over materialism, power over miracles, and so on. And for fearlessness, the 18 exclusive characteristics. So the 10 powers. Why to bow our heads to the Buddha who has 10 powers? Because that's the exclusive quality of the Buddha. And the next one, fearlessness. Fearlessness has two aspects. And one is the aspect of benefiting self, and the other one is benefiting others. The fearlessness in asserting their perfect, the Buddha's perfect realization and perfect abandonment, and so on. To such a Buddha who has this 18 exclusive attributes, we should all bow our heads and pay reverence to him.
下面是那个奇数冷断众戒父啊，
We bow our heads to him who can eradicate the fetters. Fetters also means obstacles, as in the Abhidharma, also translated as obstacles in Chinese. In the first Bhumi, the view of solid existence of self will be eradicated. Don't even mention to the state of Buddhahood. So we bow our heads to the Buddha who has already arrived to the other shore.
怎么自己证悟，还有呢就是让度化就是天下无边的所有的这个
Not only the Buddha
就是实践者
crossed the shore, crossed to the other shore, the Buddha also can save all the sentient
像外道
beings
的有些成就的话呢，就是暂时就是虽然已经离开了这种
and eternally transcended the realm of samsara. Unlike some of the masters of heterodox path, they may be temporarily attain some kind of realization, but not really completely transcended the realm of samsara. However, Buddha is completely different. He has already transcended the realm of samsara, of all the obstacles in samsara.
那么接下来就是讲佛陀呢，就是能了知众生的这个来去相啊，就是他是善于呢，就是诸法当中获得这个解脱啊，就是那么佛陀是他有2种解释方法，一种解释方法的话呢，就是佛陀呢
understand the past and future characteristics of sentient beings. There are 2 ways to explain it. One way is that the sentient beings are
知道这个轮回当中的这些众生，自己也可以去入在轮回当中，就是在
without knowing it.
但是呢，轮回呢，就是他就不会对他有障碍的，就是他善于呢，就是在诸法当中解脱。众生呢，就是不善于诸法当中就获得解脱，他束缚在里面。而佛陀呢，就是他已经这个善于在这个诸法当中获得解脱。这样的原因，就像是莲花这个不住啊，就像这个他呢不住世界，就像莲花呢就是不住这个因泥不染啊，就是犹如莲花不住，犹如莲日月不住空啊，就这样，就是。那么它这个原因呢，就是它长期的是善于如于这个空性的这种最深的这个境界当中啊，我们终身不幸的，他没有证悟空性，而佛陀呢，就是他完全这个证悟空性这样的原因。那么他是通达就是一切诸法这个法相就是无有挂碍。啊，就是无有挂碍，就所以说呢，就是那么这个就是宝积这个菩萨的话呢，就是他这个
because the Buddha understood or had attained realization in emptiness, he is not tied in the samsara.
在这个像虚空的话呢，就是根本没有什么所依的，就是所以佛陀呢，就是对这个一切法都是没有挂碍的，就是心无挂碍故，什么这个。无有空无
because the mind is unattached, ungrasped, there is no fear.
他心没有挂碍，就是没有挂碍的缘故的话呢，那么就所有的一切法呢，就是没有什么阻碍，就是他已经证悟到如虚空般的最高的境界啊，
He had already attained the realization that is as vast as the space.
解释。然后我们这个唐译和还有这个藏文当中的话呢，刚才最后一句的前面，也就是说。
As the Tibetan version
无所依的前面呢，就是还有2句啊，就是2句就是一句呢，就是这个一切圆满无所愿，就是一切这个愿已经满了，就是满众生的愿，就是那么无所愿，没有什么这个所愿的，到这个最究竟的这种境界的时候，还有呢，就是大为胜利不可思，就是不思议，就是大威德的胜利，就是大威德的这种神通的，大为胜利。
The numinous power are beyond conception.
唐译里面也是有啊，就是这个前面有这样的话也是可以的，因为佛陀呢就是通达了一切万法的法相，然后呢无有这个挂碍啊，就是这个无有挂碍。那么一切这个众生的这个满呢，就愿呢就是已经满了，但是呢自己呢就是到了彼岸的时候没有什么这个所可愿的。可是佛陀的这种大威胜利呢，就是真的，我们一般这个凡夫都是不可思议的，所以他按住在这个虚空一般的这个境界当中无所依靠。因此呢，这个作者啊，就是作者也好，就是那个宝积菩萨的话呢，就是他以这个佛陀的不共的这些特点来就是进行这个赞叹啊。我们有些人想为什么是赞叹佛？就赞叹佛不是他没有什么不高兴和不高兴的，就是那么这样的话呢，有什么用嘛？就是实际上是并不是因为佛陀
In fact, Buddha is not going to be happy if we praise him. Don't even mention the Buddha. People with wisdom in our worldly life, they're not going to be ecstatic just because you praised him, isn't it? But why do we praise him still? Praise the Buddha. That is because by praising the Buddha, it gives us the merit. It could complete our merit, so that we can develop more devotion to the Buddha, and we can develop on the path faster. Before we taught a few shastras or praises, verses or praises to the Buddha, such as praises of the unsurpassed. I don't think I've taught on that, have I? And there's one more praises that's written by Ashvaghosha, the Buddha Charita. There's 108. Oh, there are 28 chapters. Talking about the merits of the Buddha all the way from the birth to the parinirvana of the Buddha and after passing the Buddha. Also, King Shuishvara, his writing of wish-fulfilling tree. This is also a praise that's especially written to praise the Buddha. Some of you probably seen those wish-fulfilling trees painted on the tankas and so on. There are 108 verses. In Chinese, there's a translated version, actually. The title is Wish-Fulfilling Vine Tree. In fact, the vine is not really necessary, I think, in the Chinese version, because the description is the tree. There are 108 verses in that praises. And the name is it is named as wish-fulfilling tree because it has 108 different branches in it. So Jetsun Kapa's praise of dependent origination, as well as Mipang Rinpoche's. Mipang Rinpoche also has a praise on the Bodhisattva. In fact, I personally feel that I should hurry up and translate more, because maybe after a few years my eyesight will be even worse and my mind won't be as clear. So I really feel like I should hurry up and teach and translate. See, I used 4 years to translate the ornament of Mahayana Sutra. I think I finished a lot of those things that I wanted to translate, but there are still some that I'd like to translate. I remember when I was in Xiamen, the city of Xiamen, there's another master who came to me and asked me to take some time to rest and not to strain myself with tiredness. But I personally feel that there are so many things to be translated. Therefore, I didn't really rest that much. It's hard to say when the end of life, when death will come, but at least some of those translations will stay on paper.
那么这以上是讲到那个就这个长者之子报记的寄送啊，就现在我们再讲几点。那么这个时候长者之子报记呢，说完这个寄送之后，他称拜佛陀说啊。就说世尊了，就是是这个500个长子之子呢，就是已经这次就是发了这个无上圆满真等觉的信，也就是说
have all generated the intention to achieve the supreme enlightenment or Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi.
可能正在那个宝积菩萨就是做这个寄送和供养的时候，他们已经发了这个愿了，就是发菩提心了。
Radhakara was reciting those or chanting those verses of praises to the Buddha, these 500 elder sons were generating that mind to attain perfect enlightenment. Maybe we've already, maybe for people like us who aspire to have the perfect enlightenment, we still have a path to tread on. But for those 500 elder sons, they are already they've already attained the Bodhisattva's bhumi, and they're going to build their own Buddha land. Therefore, Pamakara asked the Buddha to tell them how to build Buddha land. That's when Buddha said, "Excellent, Radhakara, you're able to inquire on behalf of the 500 bodhisattvas or 500 youth."
什么富二代和那个官二代，就是但是富二代、官二代是
second generation of the powerful ones and second generation of the wealthy ones. In Chinese, it's actually quite a negative term.
我不是富二代，我自己是依靠自己的能力来就是建立自己的王国。
tend to feel like I don't want to be addressed in such a way. My success has nothing to do with my parents. So when I'm saying that the second generation or the children of wealthy ones, I didn't mean it in a negative way. So the Buddha said, "Oh, you, the genuine or the true wealthy, the true son of the wealth." Of course, over here, the wealth is the wealth of wisdom. He says that the Buddha said that listen clearly, listen clearly. So over here, listen clearly means this is the wisdom that could generate by listening. And consider this well. Consider means this is to think and to this is the wisdom that could be generated by thinking, by contemplating. And over here in the Chinese version, there's another word. It says reflect. So reflect means to practice. So that's the wisdom that could generate by practice. And the three wisdom could be generated through listening, contemplation, and practice.
那么下面呢，就是本来想是这一段讲完的话，应该可以吧？我们
I was planning to finish the next part as
那么
well, so
佛陀
maybe
就
we'll
是告
finish
诉
this.
啊，就是这次是为什么要给他们讲呢？
Therefore,
这
the
个方式有点不同，就是他们
Buddha
亲近插图的话呢，
continue
实
to
际上是
explain, saying that
依赖于这个众生，就是这个我们以前跟着阿弥陀佛的48大愿呐，就是药师佛的这个12大愿的这种方式有点不同。那么他们好像是就自
So
己
for
就
those
是
of
出
you
是
who
一个过程，
studied
然后众生
Pure
过
Land
来就是这样的。
of
那么这里面呢，就
Sukhavati
是跟
of
这个密法就
Amitabha,
是非常相同的
you
一种接触方
probably
法。那这个
don't,
是什么呢？
you probably
我
see
要
some
这个建立
differences
我的这个亲
that's
近插图，
explained
或
over
者是
here.
修这个亲近
But
插图的话呢，
the explanation over here is very similar
什
to
么样
the
的这个众
tantric
生
way
看到
of
众生的这个心
explaining
态呢，
what
就是那
Buddha
么
land
我要
is.
修这样的这种插
What
图。
does
就
it
像我
say?
们
It says
开
that
一
the
个瑜伽馆
Bodhisattva
的话呢，
acquire the
就是
Buddha
我对
lands
这个
according to
现在就
sentient
是人们
beings.
喜欢的这
They
个对瑜伽
convert.
馆方面的什么样的，就
This,
是里面拜
this
什么
is
坛
to
卡，拜什么
say
佛像，或
the
者什么东西
Bodhisattvas
都不放，
actually
就是光是
tailor
这个
their
一
Buddha
个
lands
这
to
个
the
什么
needs
这
of
个垫
sentient
子，就
beings,
是大家
just
自己里面
like
就是做什
to
么
have a
这个不功
targeted
能的，就是这样的。
customers.
那这样的
if you want to build a yoga place where you can a yoga center.
完全是取决于这个众生的这个心态，就像我们这个现在西方很多那个香巴拉发会的话呢，他们根据十人金刚的这个意义啊，就是然后呢就是给他们就是现在的开始呢就演一个智慧的这种王国的角色，就现在啊就将来那个十人金刚的军队来到了这个世界是如何相互魔宗，就是他们就
actually participate. They act in such a way as the armies of Shambhala. When I was in United States with Khenpo Sodargye, we see lots of those videos. Similarly, bodhisattvas tailor their Buddha land according to the sentient being's needs. So this is quite important to remember. The Bodhisattva told the Buddha also said that the Buddha lands is actually the Buddha land of Bodhisattva's place to tame sentient beings. Whatever sentient beings like in that Buddha land, the Bodhisattvas will build it according to their needs and preference. Why is that? There are 4 reasons. The first one is Bodhisattvas acquire the Buddha land according to sentient beings they convert, so that they can increase and benefit sentient beings. The sentient beings who have perfected or who really like the teachings of discipline, then the land will be smooth and flat, and if people who like to practice offering, then the trees will be all adorned with 7 treasures. Different sentient beings have a different perceptions of how the Buddha look like in that Buddha land. Some of the sentient beings may have stronger desire, may have stronger aggression, then the Buddha of that Buddha and Bodhisattvas may not look as beautiful as people who have a pure mind. Over here, acquire the Buddha land. Acquire means actually practice or to build. To create. So that's the second. The third one, it says that they acquire the Buddha lands according to what country sentient beings need to enter into Buddha wisdom in the future. That means the bodhisattvas, for example, as the Pure Land of Sukhavati, they'd have different requirements or different ways for sentient beings to enter into this Buddha land so that they can acquire the different they can acquire the wisdom, the Buddha's wisdom. They acquire the lands according to what country sentient beings need to generate the roots for being Buddha, for becoming bodhisattvas. So the roots over here, it means the 5 supreme roots. The roots to become sages.
说是这个入塔的这个差度，这是什么原因呢？因为菩萨啊，就是去这些清净的国土呢。
Because the Bodhisattva's acquisition of the pure countries is entirely for the benefit of sentient beings. It's not that the Buddha or Bodhisattvas want to enjoy their lives in that Buddha land, not to have a mansion that has lots of facilities to enjoy themselves. In fact, their goal is to serve all the sentient beings who still need to be liberated. If the sentient beings cannot get benefits, then Buddhas and Bodhisattvas won't acquire that Buddha land. What's the point of that? If a man who wants to build a palace on the empty land,
宫殿的话，那就是随心所欲，没有什么这个障碍的。如果他把这样的宫殿呢，就是建立在虚空当中的话，那就是根本不可能成功的。同样的道理，菩萨呢，就是也是这个为了成就众生，去护国的话，那就像是在那个大地上这个做建筑一样的，就是完全是可以的。如果是他没有这个向众生的话呢，那就
similarly, if the Bodhisattvas or Buddhas build that Buddha land for the benefit of sentient beings, is like building the Buddha land on land. But if it is not for benefiting all the sentient beings, if it is not reliant on the sentient beings, then it is like building a palace in the space. The sentient beings are the land where the Buddha could build that Buddha land. It is just like if we want to set up a charity organization, we have to find who we want to target to benefit and to serve. Later on, it talks actually more about that. We'll probably stop over here. I really hope that all the bodhisattvas over here should be prepared to build a Buddha land for specific service that you can apply, you can supply to them. And for those of you who want to build a Buddha land, you can't really just lock yourself up in the retreat center and don't really want to talk or see anyone or interact with anyone. I hope all of you could contemplate what do you want to do if you have a Buddha land. People who want to build their Dharma centers, they often think about what they want to do and how to serve people. So we'll stop here today. Dedication of merit. Jelva Ganji Jisun of Jeradev, Zambu Shuba, Yanza of Sulajan, Sotam of Shuba, Million Dagaba, Tata Maniam and Jumila Juberesho. I got on the ton of Janakala, Javam, Tata Mayek and Nam Dine, Do I can Jeda Nam Jazan Bara, Tamjalakata, Dakim Chutando.
Te shang par shen la rab zun de shang chi bu sim na nam yang jil ma jir di ba ga na ma ja par ker pa ta te da ma le yong se shang wa re shong li dam nyu mo de je li nam le zhu le chang ji ten do nam se yang che tar pa mo chi ma che ba shen ye la nam kar to ba me tar shen jang ge chun dam shong nam ja zam bar ngan so ding la ra de je wa re shen de wa ta la do kan go la ja do tham che la na pan bre shen shang chi bu je ba yong se zo she de ja sim chen da gi je dam tham bram ji zang bo je ba ta na rab ta na ja ma wa kar pa kan da je bre ker da gi je dam song bre kam she na ba te ta ta na ta da do bre je li da nga na man ta na sim ji ja je ba ta da mo la me ji de je da la pan bran do po jo bo da zang bo je ba rab da tum ba na ma te ta ta ya ta ta cha par sho te ta da ki nam ya ye ma yo sa ji 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 ko ro an gom bo na ma ngon sa na ta da ki de la wa ta ma wa ka pa kan da ma jo wa ra te ta la yam jo ba je che re je de la wa nam je tam bi chun zan ja shang chi bu shu ba kan da na wa re she la zang bo shu ba na ba re jo wa ya ma wa ka pa kan da che ba re je Chapa tham chila tayam korwa nam so nama yeshi tang nam abzala ni thab tang shira ba tang za nam thara tang yon dan kan je mabzala zo ta jir dal chi tang na da ni la jang nam de jang tar sam ji ma kya ba sar je nam sar je te je wi na bi ba la shang chi ba sha ba sha ja ta ba re je te tar ma le tham chila shu sa ya cha tsam chun la di sam sa nye je sar je jam so jang nam jam so ta kal ba jam so chu jang rab dan ji so chi lag jam so da kala ji jalwa kan ya lag nam da ba do kan je sam ba che jana ya san ji son la da tan ji brev ji te sam shag pa jalwa tham jala da am khor lo thar na mara da korwa ye te da ga ya so ya ma zala lam lo ye do ji da ja rab dan ji ma wa kar pa tham jala ji bra ya ka chi chi ki da ja ji brev jara ka ya kar pa te sam tha de da China ji parjal te sam shag pa mai sang ge ga de ta ka chi chi la da ke ta 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 te ta ka na jo ya la la jamar jar pa nam tar to chin ji ka ya te sam ta ke jang ko la ba te ta da chi ta ta ngom bar ja ba te tar ma le shog nam tham jala da jalwa ta ke jang nam ko la ji ka ya ma shin ji te ne dun ma na ma shang chi ram baram sang jam ko lo ko ra nyang an di par ta jam tha to nan gom bo kan je tong ta ta kan cheo Kanda nyerwa zan chula to nama da kani goi thakpi top da da kanda yonda na shopa to nama da kanda chapa shamba da ke to kani ge wan so nama top da da chapa me par cherpa yeshi to ba sherwa thap da da zan top da ka shan chu to nama yang da da parabshal li je to nama yong sa top sara ja nyu mo to nama kandam jam parabshal da je to nama to me la rabshal ja zambu shopa to na zo parabje jan nama jam so na tar shla ja sim chla jam so ta na na bar ro la chu na ma jam so ra tan thom shla ja ye shi jam so ra da to par she sha ba jam so na bar tar shla ja mul man jam so yo za zo par shla sar je jam so ra tan shu shla ja kar ba jam so ma jo ja bar je ka ya di sam sha pa ja la ye shang chi shu pa mol ma she ta na ma zam bo shu bi shang chi sar je ne te kana da ke ma le zo par je Jalwa kan je ti je tha wo ba kan ga ma na kan da zong shi sha ki ba de tang song par sha pa shar ge wan da ta tham jala ra tar ngo li da nga ta yir cha nam da ja shu pa nam da jang nam yong da ba ngo wa zang bo ki ba chen ra wa ten da da ja de tang song par sha kan ne ge wa zang bo sha pa shar an ja wala ji na mo la ma je par je ma wa ka ra wa kan da ma jo ba ra de sha wa ma le zo par je Shabbatana sayana majraji ayundana nam jang sa zong me para shob shabbat ma pala ne ne jang te ta charba tham jala savar jar nam kim thar tu jar pa jatam bar sim chamari thayang dev jan de jatamale tam nyom tha jar ba da ge molam thayang de jam kayam shukji jang nam thai ba rin chan den de jalawa nam la pala la tam ye devam chonam jang jang de nyal kalpa paravavi 刚刚我们结婚的图你想成出个几十来模样，来几怎么样？所那么单兵出单的你了，刚刚上市的木那么的大笔，对那俺送他们这个帮娃人家的，对那这个帮俺把帮娃也能弄完他一对呀对你的痛，对这个你把人你了对娃的错，没心的呀对这个了不人，跟得上不对呀真的娃的，对这个人不那么多对不是能家的，咱们两个不得个地板那么刚刚没喜欢给西巴的，对上不是办的这个男人的嘛两是上娃人。也是当那自己当餐那么当阿里当卡多那么当单把人家的当嘛当嘛不得嘛他本地的那什么跟那却把人家上去不上广中的对面人着送你sem真的盘石的那的上去不上的口罗拉的口的那么的当几把他们这的了刚要上不是不么那么的唱话当那顿的么罗那样的南把人们帮上金钱上城吃了说你们别急前回来话我只得了前八趟，跟得上不对呀，对不起恁的，对到跟姐姐说到老实了，给完的到他们这来了得了我，对什么时候不接了他们这来接我，刚来着他们个白的，那个给我早晚的跟人讲，上不就是了得我来接。当那吃味对是的结巴那，这把他们这的那是三点，我什么能玩他一的同呢？别话真街上的来等着，别送你那木了们的大江，他们这马里我等结巴的时候，对大马里的给用十缸，记得你这了心只能办不了的。夜里已经过了早上，该外的了，半木蛋白肯等嘴里接，能玩他一夜的命运什么的，龙蛋白样的给的头上，但那的给龙蛋的头呢，这把忙不喜欢这个家业，不落叶都继续这那么这样，心真那拉半把忙不的。给我种子了的给这啥吧？对南周围莫那么给我那么给了几给他们只能就了说，刚要上班是饭的我别说那么太一单把刚头的，周二的我来吃我的想玩那么，我花了没把你的把头把的说，莫那么结婚的当吃个做，太一周跟老板似的讲，跟得上不见不上这个的，俺说你那么嘞懂我的。上街个什么你不生了不当，去你那门街的当不生了不当，跟的那么生了当不生了不见，这得人我莫了们这不人说，但呀他班咱这呀还不得那说哈，半米的这都是街灯这么街，这了不那么热里了不浪不干，浪头浪大的不会接心，姐妹的本错下不了说了半的，提起了光不。生了半年了，些退了几等的不生结了吧？我们说的也当的没，让自然给没了的，拦着不如金子把我们做吧，啥什么结了吧？点做成理解，给了个生吃不不稀巴子，没没了这么做了弄我娘的俺这，大不也是那俺抽死了上错上来没几百年的当中，keep 几子那么了说了半的。كسي منجر درجي شي سفتن تنليم زبيم شوجم كورلو جبن يرم جو چون تام سي سامي تام جو بندر انت چون جرجي جامي جرو تيف چل زاموت تبدن تام جو جام سو نيم تي تو يميل لغسم دم بريم دوتن جب گنسن باجرجي لپا سمدن غرمي زمباي دپ سوجي نندر يون گاجان تاتف شل جب شريف چلم ديور تفتنم شغنتر ديب چاشي شون